Hey everyone, welcome back, y'all. I'm talking a little bit softer. My grandson is sound asleep in my bed, taking his nap finally, and I just wanted to come back in and give you a debt update, y'all. It's been a while. Some debts have literally fallen off my debt sheet, and I could not be any happier now that I have my finances under control. With that being said, we don't really have that much debt. I also want to show you two of my upcoming savings challenges, massive big savings challenges for the future that we are going to start working on in July when I get back from my trip from Tunisia. Y'all, oh my gosh, I am so excited. So, with that being said, y'all, we only have four debts. And I don't really consider three of these four like quote unquote, oh my gosh, debts because they're not. And here's the deal. You'll see that my son's iPhone had $173 left over. I bought it last year for him for his birthday. His birthday's in January on the 25th, and I bought it in 2020 for him. We have been paying on it $20 per month. We are with Verizon. I got him an iPhone SE. It's only a 64 gig. Y'all, if I would have known then what I know now and understanding about how much apps take up space, I would have got him a much larger space like I did Danya when I just upgraded Danya for her birthday in April. I got her a 256 gigabyte, the newest, latest Samsung Galaxy. So he had $173 on it. The $20 payment isn't actually being paid by us. It's a credit that I received through Verizon for his phone and my phone. We get a $20 credit each. So it's actually paying down the phone for me. So with that being said, that $20 credit went in on the 10th of the month. My Verizon bill is now coming out on the 10th, and it is auto drafted out. So we only owe $153 left on his phone. With that being said, we're just going to let that run its course because I was not under the impression and did not know that once that runs its course and it's paid off, we will no longer have that credit. So I'm not going to pay it off early. I thought I would go ahead and do it, but then I realized I would have lost the credit and I would be paying on the phone versus Verizon giving us that credit because our phones were actually free. Same thing with my phone. I got mine a little later. I also have an iPhone SE 64 gig in black as well, like my son, and I still have quite a bit more than he does. But I bought mine at a later time. He got his earlier than I did, and mine had $326. Now, after that $20 credit went on it from Verizon, I am down to $306. So these two, I don't actually consider a debt because these are new phones. They were given to us when we upgraded phones, and they were actually, that's all the credit that's going towards it. So Verizon's applying that credit every single month. So we're going to let those two run its course until they are out. I will tell you my son will maintain his phone, no problem. My phone will be shifted over to Jessica. She'll have Wi-Fi in the house. She doesn't need an actual phone number or be put on my plan in that sense. She just uses it for gaming and apps at home for games and her online gaming as well. So with that being said, I will end up upgrading to a newer iPhone, and y'all, I'm gonna jump in and get a huge gig iPhone. I'm looking at the 500 plus gig iPhone. I know it's expensive. That would be like a 40 something dollar a month payment, but for my needs and purposes it may work. We shall see, because I'm also going to be saving for an iPad here shortly in the future, and I may just shift all my apps over to my iPad and use my phone for just calling and recording. So I'm not sure. We're going to just keep that a little bit open to find out what I want to do with that. Then we have my Affirm account, y'all. My Affirm account has a lot of things on it. Now, is this a debt? Yes, but this is a debt that's helping my credit, y'all. Oh my gosh, is it helping my credit? So we have $620 on my Affirm account. I don't break it down into how much payments I need for separate items because different items are going to be paid on different days depending on when I place the order. Now, out of the 620, I can tell you a huge chunk, nearly 500, is actually for my son's VR headset that I did end up getting him. I also bought a 4-year warranty, which I paid the warranty up front. but the headset, y'all, $35 a month for 12 months. Now, with Affirm, you can pay your payments early and you can pay it down faster if you choose to. You don't have to be locked into the payment plan that you chose. You can pay it quicker if you would like as well. So with that being said, we did make a $25 payment this month is all we needed to pay, because the only thing that was on there before the statement came out was a TV that I bought to replace a TV in my living room. I have a TV that does need a repair on an HDMI port, and until I get that repaired, I just went ahead and got a 32-inch, I think it is, TV for the living room. And once the TV in the living room gets repaired, which is a 50-inch TV and it's mounted to the wall, then that actual TV will be turned into a computer monitor screen for one of the kids' future computers I plan to get. So that TV cost me $25 for the month. It is not that far away from being paid off, y'all. The TV was only $147. So it's got that TV on there. That's the only payment I had to make for this month. Next month will be a totally different issue, and I'll speak about that here in a minute. So now our balance is down to $595. Now, the extra $595 there you see for that payment, the balance I should say, is not only the TV number one that I just mentioned, I also bought the second exact TV as a brand new monitor screen for my computer. Instead of using computer monitors, y'all, do your research and get yourself a TV, okay? Because these TVs that I bought are smart Roku TVs, so they could watch Roku on there, or they could flip it over to the computer screen as well. And you know what? You get it cheaper if you buy a TV screen versus a monitor, y'all. And these are slim, so they're even thinner than some of the monitors. So this balance includes not only the first TV I just talked about, it also includes the exact identical second TV that I bought. It includes the 2 modular sets that I got. They are the 9 cubby systems for Jessica and Philip to share one, and for my room, as I've told you in my previous video, we are getting rid of our dressers and we are going down to these modular sets, or these cubby hole systems that have the fabric drawers, y'all. So it includes 2 of those. It includes 21 fabric drawers as well that I had to buy. I did buy the pink in a set of 6, and I got 3 of those, so we'll have a little bit of leftovers. We'll have 3 left over from that, because mine is a 9 cubby system. Philip and Jesse, they share a room. Jesse gets the bottom 6. Philip will get the top 3. His were black, so I got him a pack of 3 black. So it includes that as well. I will be upgrading Danya to the same system that we're doing. Y'all, dressers just take up too much space. They're chunky, they're heavy, they're bulky. I don't like them, so that we're switching everybody over to that. Dressers are going to hit the curb, and I guarantee you within 5 minutes, all 3 dressers will be like gone. I don't have to put them up on Facebook. I don't want nobody showing up at my house. I live on an extraordinarily busy street, and it doesn't matter what you put out there. Stuff is gone like in 5 minutes. So it doesn't cost me to get somebody to pick it up either. It's just like bye-bye and it's gone. So it also includes those items as well. So we got the viewer headset, 2 TVs, the 2 modular sets, and 21 fabric drawers so far. We will be working this down a lot faster than what Affirm wants me to do on the scheduled dates, and that is fine because we do plan on adding additional items to that. Now, these are items that I ordered through Walmart. We have Affirm that I am activated for not only through Walmart, it is a credit line, y'all, but it's also through Amazon. So we have that option as well if we need something from Amazon. The last one is my credit card, and that was an old past credit card I did not even know was on my credit report, and apparently I still had quite a bit of money, y'all. I had to put down over $600 in total is what it was balance-wise. But I made an agreement with them in February of this year of 2022 and said, hey, look, let me put $50 down to start it off and then auto debit out of my account $100 every month until it's paid off. So we went from $365. We did pay it this month. We paid it on the 3rd. They auto directed out. I did get paperwork stating that they were doing it. I looked at my credit report. It is showing it. I'm super excited. So with that being said, I'm down to $265. Once I make the payment in June, I'll be down to $165. I told them, I'll call you on July 3rd. I'll call on the 1st is what I'm going to do. And I am going to make sure that it'll be $165 after June's payment, and they're going to just take a whole $165 out, and we are going to be done with that credit card. And it'll be removed from my credit report altogether. I'll be super happy. I am working very hard on my credit. I don't have very much credit to speak of, and that's the problem. So I do have Self Credit Builder. I have made 2 payments on that. I started it in April, so April and May have been paid at $150 a month, and it was the highest level I chose. They have 4 different levels that you can choose from, and after 2 years, I think on level 1, 2, and 3, you will get your money back. Minus some of their fees that they get back to them for having the credit line open. Now, I chose the 4th and highest level, which is $150 a month for 12 months. At the end of 12 months, I would have given Self Credit Builder $1,800. They're going to return back to me $1,664 in April of 2023. All of that money is going into my preps for right now. I'm going to be rolling that over. Now, I don't have access to that money once I put it into Self Credit Builder every month. I pay them $150 on the 3rd of every single month religiously. They are improving my credit score. With that being said, I've already jumped up multiple points on my credit report. And it's like having cash in the bank without being able to touch it, because you cannot withdraw it or extract it or anything like that until the program is over. Mine is the 1-year program. It's the most expensive, but it also returns the money back faster. Now, again, I'm paying $1,800 in a total of 1 year's worth, but they're only giving me $1,664 back because they are extracting some fees for that, for having that credit line open up to me, so I can do that, so they can pay for my well, not pay for, but I'm sorry, so they can report that to my credit report. So remember, if you open up that account, you cannot take the money back. They will give it back after the program that you chose has ended. And again, mine will be ending in April of 2023. So my entire debt overall, if you want to call most of these a debt, I don't call my cell phones a debt, really, honestly, because I'm not paying for it. We're getting Verizon credit every single month, and those 2, I wouldn't really want to call it a debt, but I'm putting it in here just, for the sake that they are being paid down. And then we have my Affirm, which is constantly going to be rolling, y'all, because we've got a lot more things in the future here I want to buy. I've got a laundry list of things, a Santa wish list of things for my household, and things I want to do for my kids. So we have that. And then we have the credit card, which will be paid off in July. My last payment will be made in July. So currently we have $1,484. Y'all, that ain't much of a debt. Like, really? Once you take off the once you take off the phone bills, which I'm not paying for, which literally is like $459, that's $459 alone, and you take off what I'll be paying after July, y'all, I won't have but 1 debt left, because like I said, the 2 cell phones I'm not paying on. Those are credit. So forget those are even there. And then once you look at my credit card after July 1st, that will be gone. The only thing I have that's actual considered real debt is my Affirm account, and it's at $595. Next month, I'm going to make at least a minimum of $100 payment. It'll be $495. That means my debt will be $495. But seriously, right now as it stands, it's $1,484 before all these payments were made. And now it's $1,319. And after July 3rd, y'all, I really should not be including my cell phones in here. I really should, because I'm not paying on them. But just for visual purposes, I'm showing that. And then once the credit card is removed, once again, not to repeat, but I'm super excited, our Affirm will be down to like $495. That will be my debt. Again, it will be rolling because there's a lot of things that I want to buy for my house and for my kiddos. So with that being said, there's a couple of things I wanted to show you, because I said before that I do want to get into some new things I want to do for my kids. This is finally now that I've got my 20 envelope system that I flipped into a 40 envelope system, this is my budget with Emmy binder, y'all. I'm super duper duper excited. This is the 2-piece that I have constantly been showing you guys here on my channel. If you order the 50 envelope set from Budget with Emmy, she's Budget with Emmy here on YouTube and Budget with Emmy on Etsy, you'll receive 2 25 binder sets, okay, because that equals the 50. I've already told you that every single one of these has 100 on here. She can custom them. You just tell her what amounts you want on each envelope and she will do it. This is from my Washington, D.C. trip with my kids. When are we going to take it? I don't know. But together, between this one and this one, it equals 5,000. I had to put 100 on every single envelope for here and 100 on every single envelope for this. Now, here's what I plan on doing. This is only 50 envelopes, right? Okay. Like I showed you in my previous video, go back and watch the last video, how I am going to take these binders and I'm going to insert a divider. Not this particular divider, y'all, but this is the one I have in there right now just to show you. I'm going to insert, what I'm going to do is I'm buying cardstock, y'all, and I'm going to cut it down to like a $1 bill size and I'm going to laminate it and put it in here. It's going to separate this side from this side because I'm going to have, on this side, I'm going to have $100 for every single one in here. And then I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to flip it over. And remember that divider you just saw? Same one here. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do cardstock. I'm going to cut it down. And I'm going to put it in here instead. It'll be a lot cheaper than buying more of these plastic dividers. I'm just showing you for visual purposes. I was going to turn this into a 52 envelope challenge on the back side. That way I have money divided, so I have money on this side, I know, and then when I'm on the $100 Washington, D.C. side, I'll have money in there. So, just so you remember that, I was going to turn this into a 50 envelope set and buy 2 extra envelopes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a 100 envelope set on the back side. Now, again, there's only 50 envelopes, so I'm going to have to change the numbers on how I'm going to do it to make this into a 100 envelope set. So I have to figure out what the numbers are that I'm going to need on here, and I'm going to do it that way. And I'm going to turn this into a 100 envelope set on the back side going forward because these are reversible. And I'm going to do my $2,500 on this one because each one's going to have a 100 on this side. Again, this side is actually for Washington, D.C. trip I'm going to want to take with my children. And this is $2,500 as well for this. Like I said, once again, $100 on every single envelope, 25 envelopes in here, 25 envelopes in here. So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be my $5,000 Washington, D.C. trip. Flip it, and I'm going to turn this into a 100 envelope challenge, just trying to manipulate numbers so that I can go ahead and get that taken care of in that. And I think I'll put envelope 1 and 2 in the first one, 3 and 4 in the second one, and that's what I'll do is I'll double up each one of the envelopes. Like, for example, when I go through this will be envelope number 1 and 2. This will be 3 and 4. This will be 5 and 6. And I'll track that with the D versus Debt 100 envelope challenge that she has. It's a PDF, y'all. You got to go over to her channel and go to her Etsy shop. D versus Debt. It's amazing. It's a full sheet. It's not an itty bitty tracker. It makes it a lot easier to just color in those little envelopes. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick, this came in. I ordered this several weeks ago. There's no more in stock. I got this from, I believe it's Tower of Treasures or Tower of Treasure. And it is a Disney Fund savings jar, y'all. It's got the little thing on top, little slot to put your money in. And this is a mason jar. This is not very big, but y'all, we're going to be sticking hundreds in here, okay? Hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I don't know what our Disney Fund trip is going to be right now. I'm thinking it's going to be along the lines of around 10,000, and that's a crazy number, I know, but between a huge villa, we're going to rent a villa while we're down there and stay in Disney World. The villas, I've been in them before because I've been there in a villa. It's like a huge apartment. It's like a huge one-level apartment. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it sleeps like 10 or 12 people. My chihuahuas will be going with us as well. And there is an on-site daycare center at Disney World for your dogs. And the villas are pet-friendly. So that's what we're going to be doing. These are the 2 challenges I've got coming up. So y'all, remember, as you're paying down your debt and you're struggling to pay down debt and you're getting bogged down and tired of it because you want your money to go elsewhere, think ahead of the dreams that you can put in place once your debt is gone. Once you are debt free. And yes, it could take you months. It could take you a year. It could take you multiple years. but start thinking and getting your plan together. Get a vision board, get whatever you need, anything that's tangible or something that you can go ahead and say, this is what I want to do while you're paying down debt. Maybe you can stick a few bucks in here while you're trying to pay down your debt. But overall, get something tangible so that you can constantly look at it or feel it or touch it or know and plan ahead. This is what I want to do when I finally pay off all my debt. Because debt right now, y'all, isn't fun for any of us. We don't like debt. I was just in a bunch of debt that I couldn't get out of not too long ago. I took my income tax check and I shoved it towards that debt. Did I want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars paying off debt? No. Was I in a big, huge amount of sum of debt? No. But it was an endless cycle I could not get out of. I just was throwing money away and I was getting mad. And then I started thinking, those are things that I can do in the future when this crap is paid off that I could do for my kids and get super excited. I am finally at that point now. Yes, I have my Affirm account, but y'all, I'm getting things that I want to do for the house, dreams that I had for how I want my house to be, how I want it to function, manage, and look a lot easier. And it took me pushing into paying off the rest of my debt with my income tax check return. Yes, y'all, it was my kids' money basically. For having children, I ended up getting money for having kids. So I had to pay into taxes. I got taxes back, all that stuff. You know, you have to pay into certain taxes, state tax, income tax, for federal, state, and Social Security while you're working throughout the year. But at the same time, you got kids and you get income tax check back. Y'all, shove it. Get it into that debt. Pay it down so you can do better things for your family instead of having your debt go to someone else. Until next time, please remember to stay safe. I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Without Limits Budgets is out.